Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we'll be talking about typical day in my life as the business analyst at Canary Wharf, which is one of the London's busiest financial hub. If you're new here, I'm business analyst, I'm working in investment banking, and I'm also MBA and CQF qualified. So let's dive into what my days look from the morning commute to the solving some business challenging tasks. Because I'm working from office, of course my day will have to start a bit earlier compared to the days when I'm working from home. So when I have to be at Canary Wharf, my day usually would start around 6:30, and after short yoga classes, breakfast and strong coffee, it's a time to head out. So like most of the Londoners, most of the time I will take tube to get to the work. So the Jubilee line is my to-go, and of course as usually it's packed with the people which are heading to work. I usually use this time to review some notes or maybe some important tasks for a day ahead. The fast pace of London life starts even before you step off the train. Canary Wharf station itself is impressive, with towering skyscrapers and the incredible energy as soon as you step off the platform. The first thing that you notice about Canary Wharf is its modern feel. Actually, I will never forget the feelings when the first time I came to the Canary Wharf when I was interviewing with one of the bank about 5 years ago. The feelings were impressive. I especially used to live in that time, I would say, not that modern area of the London. The first feeling, I would compare the same feelings as you would see maybe the Times Square. It was so impressive, it was so energetic, and I fell in love with the energy of the financial area of the London. There is a special area for relaxing and sitting that Canary Wharf is currently building, but unfortunately it's still under final step of constructions, even though the summer is coming to the end. And I had a hope that this would have finished a while ago. Everyone, I believe, looking for that opening, because from my point of view, Canary Wharf actually it's missing those places where you can relax and you can kind of recharge a bit during your work hours. I think it would really elevate the environment, especially for those of us who work in long hours. As I mentioned already in one of my videos, that one of the first important things that I do once I log into the system, I will make sure that I check any urgent email from the last night, because especially our team is located globally, so we would have teams across different continents, and I would have to ensure in the morning, at the first things when I log in, that if there is anything urgent pending from myself, and I will need to take care of it. And of course, before getting to the work, I will make sure I grab a free coffee at the office. After I reply to my urgent emails, I try to spend the morning time, which is, I believe, one of the most productive time, on first of all, understanding if there is any new requirements. So I need to make sure that I have good grasp for them before I bring to the conversation with the development team. And also working on some maybe analysis that would require my knowledge and experience. And the third, I would say, I would make sure that I'm focusing on the UAT testing. If there is any changes have been already developed in the UAT environment from our development team, and there would require some UAT validation from my end. So actually this morning my main focus was on the UAT. UAT stands for User Acceptance Testing. It doesn't mean that some people will confuse that UAT is supposed to be the final stage of the project, but it's not always like that. It always depends on the scale of the project and maybe duration of the project. So the UAT is extremely important because of it ensures that the solution meets business requirements before it goes live. And this will be one of the last steps after gathering, defining and documenting requirements, which I presented in this video. In that video, I went through the process of working with the stakeholders, collecting their needs and translating them into actionable requirements which will be easily readable for development team, who are the people that build the solution for their business needs. So once the requirements delivered by development team, once the UAT has been conducted by myself, The next step, it will be to present the changes in that UAT environment to the risk manager or to the original stakeholders who requested the business requirements. This is very important because actually it's ensured the solution meets their requirements. Once they have approved, then I will continue to do testing for the additional couple of business days to ensure that functionality is working. Only after this extended testing, I will be able to provide the sign-off from my side, from the business analyst side, confirming that that feature is ready for development by development team. So by 11, I already wrap up with my analysis, with my testing, and I was ready for the meeting with my development team. So today we would cover the testing of the requirements, but also we might focus on some new challenges or some new requirements which have been raised by business recently, and I would have to explain some already new requirements to the dev team. The best part of this meeting is the back and forth. So while I'm presenting the business needs, development team will be presenting technical solution. Hence I was in the office, so after the call with development team, I would meet some of the colleagues that are working with me on the same project and are based in London. So this is an amazing opportunity to meet people face to face. For me, it has been always very helpful to catch up in person, especially when we have to deal a lot with the remote communication. Before we move into the lunchtime, I would like to discuss with you some of the key divisions of the investment banking. So the investment banking is the broad field, and it would have several divisions, each specializing in different financial services. So first we have a corporate finance, or merger and acquisitions. So this is one of the most well-known area of the investment banking. The MA team will be advising companies and the clients on mergers, acquisition and restructuring. So they help companies buy or merge with other companies, negotiate deals and evaluate some other targets, and evaluate potential targets or buyers. If we look what the responsibility of the business analyst will be in that division, that per my knowledge, the business analyst will help to gather and analyze data relating to the company financial health or maybe assess market trends. Another division of the investment banking is the sales and trading. The sales and trading division is where investment bank buy or sell securities such as stock, currencies, commodities or bonds. So the traders would have to execute the trades, while the salespeople, they work on the relationship with the clients. So in the sale and trading division, the business analysts will work behind the scene on process and system improvements. They often collaborate with IT and development team to ensure that all the systems are up to date and compliant with regulatory requirements. Another division of the investment banking is the debt capital market or DCM. So DCM is actually focusing on raising the capital for the clients through debt issuance such as bonds. Similarly to DCM, equity capital market is helping companies to raise the capital, but in this case, issuing equity or stocks. Another large division of the investment banking is the private wealth management. This sector of the bank caters to the high net worth individual or the families, offering personalized financial planning and investment management. So risk management division is the crucial part of the investment banking. This division ensures that the bank's activities do not expose it to an acceptable level of risk, whether it's managing market risk, credit risk, operational risk. This team assess and control the bank's exposure to potential financial losses. And another large division will be compliance and regulatory. Every investment bank has a compliance division which ensures that all operation and transaction adhere to legal and regulatory requirements. So here let's move to my lunchtime. So one of the perks of working at Canary Wharf is the range of the different lunch options that they offer. Whether you're fancy of a quick sandwich, or maybe some nice coffee of the local shop, or maybe something a bit more gourmet, there is something for everyone. But the fun fact is that you know that Canary Wharf has approximately 300 of the shops or restaurants in total. So it's not just a business hub, it actually sounds like a little city. So that said, I went today on my lunch option. It was the wrap from the Mark & Spencer. Not the best choice, honestly. And most of the time, I like to cook at home and bring my healthy food to the office. For me, to be honest, it's about saving money. For me, idea of spending around 15 to 20 quids on the lunch when I'm in office, I don't think it's very wise idea. So I would rather save this for more meaningful investment purposes. Plus, when I bring the food from home, I know exactly what I'm eating and I know it's healthy. So in the afternoon, the things are getting busier. So after my lunchtime, we also had a big meeting with all stakeholders which are part of the project. So this is not just limited the meeting with the development team who are helping to build requirements, or the risk managers who have been raising some of the requirements that they work early on the UAT testing. So after the stakeholders meeting, it's always time to catch up with my manager, or it's face-to-face, or this will be a Zoom call on the progress of the project, and if to discuss if there is any maybe blockers. The informal check-ins, it's always a great idea to ensure that we align with the deadlines and the business expectation. And I'm always getting a lot of help, of course, from my management team. So all in between, we also squeeze the time to congratulate one of our colleagues with their work anniversary. It might sound like a small things, but I really treasure how my team approach, I would say, to the recognition and celebration of the small achievements. And from my experience, it's actually helped to build a positive environment. So once the celebration and meetings wrap up, I continue with the deeper analysis of my work, but in the meantime, I will have to also make sure that I also document some key outcomes from the stakeholders' discussions, wherever it's on the ongoing requirements, or maybe we have discussed some overview of the new upcoming requirements. So as the day approaches to the end, so I will take some time to review the work that we have done today and prepare for tomorrow. It's so important, especially in the fast-paced environment, to stay organized. I need to make sure that I update all the necessary documentations, finish up my mails, check with my team that everyone is aligned for the next day. And one important thing that I learned in my career, that every day I try to reflect what has been done well today, and also to see the aspects where we can improve in another day. So continuous learning and development is the critical part of the business analyst job, whether it's staying updated on the new tools or learning from the issue or challenges that we face. So before heading home, I always try to remind myself, and I also encourage everyone who is working at Canary Wharf, take full advantages of the opportunities that you can have here. Because Canary Wharf, it's not just the business hub, it's the place for conferences, events, wherever is industry-specific workshop or networking events. Canary Wharf offers plenty of opportunities to expand your network, meet the new people, expand your knowledge, and always stay ahead in your field. If you ever get a chance to join one of those events, I highly recommend to do it. Living Canary Wharf, I always feel a sense of accomplishment. It's a fast-paced environment, but knowing that I have contributed to important business decisions make it all worth it. So I would like to note here that being a business analyst, of course, is challenging, but at the same time it's rewarding. So it's the role where you have opportunity to wear many hats, from the problem solver, communicator and strategist in one day. So thank you very much for joining me in this journey through a day in my life as the business analyst working from Canary Wharf. So if you have any question about being business analyst or working in the financial industry, please leave your comment below. And don't forget to like, subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for watching me, and see you in the next video.